another edition of the Contractor's Secret Weapon weekly podcast with your hosts, Dave Negri. This program is dedicated to helping contractors, remodelers, painters, roofers, roof cleaners, and business owners in the construction industry gain an unfair advantage over the competition. This program supplies you with information that the competition doesn't even know exists. This session brought to you by contractorssecretweapon.com.
Before we get into the conversation with you, I just want to do a shout out to our sponsors who help promote Contractor Secret Weapon and just some of the things that they have in store for you, our listeners. Hey, is your phone ringing enough? Do you want it to ring more with highly motivated and qualified buyers that contact you, the contractor, directly? No more waiting for the phone to ring. Just answer that phone. Best Home Services leads are dedicated to making your phone ring with motivated buyers that call you directly. There's no obligation to talk with them. Just go to contractorssecretweapon.com/money. Fill out the form to secure your discount on the setup fee. Do it today. This special will not last forever. Check them out at contractorssecretweapon.com/money.
Running a small business is no easy task, and I should know because I had a service company for almost 10 years. I am the founder of a software called RadiusBomb, and it's unbelievable. And for all the listeners of Contractor Secret Weapon, we have a special offer for you to check out. If you want to send hyper-targeted, laser-focused, super personalized postcards to your exact prospects using a map while sitting in your underwear, then go to contractorssecretweapon.com/RadiusBomb, and we'll give you your first 100 postcards for free. Just go to contractorssecretweapon.com/RadiusBomb.
Hey, this is Dave Negri with Contractor Secret Weapon. Thanks for being with us today. Just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate you stopping by and continue to listen to the stuff that we have, the people that we bring to you, and some of the content that we prepare for you so that you can help make your business better. Because that's a continuing challenge that we all go through, is just to make our businesses better so that we can become more profitable and get the lifestyle that we want through our businesses. So in episode number 3 this week, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the boring marketing. And of course, this is episode number 3, the good part of the marketing. And good marketing is, how to create good direct response marketing. Or if you're new to the podcast, you know that direct response marketing is when you put together a piece that have a call to action to it. People are responding to the ad because you've made it compelling for them to do so. And you get business out of it, and you get people in your pipeline. So here's a big thought. Many people think that direct marketing is a form of just print advertising, but it's not. Direct response marketing can be used in every form of marketing, whether it be Facebook, whether it be on your website. It's just what you're doing is you're putting together something that demands that people respond to what you do. So you're collecting information for the information that you're giving. It boils down to this, and we've talked about that in the past 2 episodes. It's most marketing is a flyer. It's either bad or boring. And go back to the last 2 episodes if you don't know what that is. And it could be in the form of your website. It could be all the way down to your business card. That's my definition. If it's boring, if it's bad, if it's ugly, there's no direct response, and I just call it a flyer. And so good ads, and you'll see this as we go over this. Again, go to the website and download that link, and you can get some good information there on what a good ad looks like, what it has in it. Follow the, even steal them. Use them in your own business. That's what they're there for. And you want something that pulls. There's basically 7 steps to writing a successful ad. And if you stay true to these, you should have something that pulls, gets you customers so you can get a good return, because that's what you want. You want a good return on your investment. Advertising is not an expense. If you look at it as an expense, then you're not going to do it. It should have a return on your investment. So we're going to go over some of the 7 steps today in our boring marketing, we've given examples of how business cards and flyers have postcards, have had advertisements from the Yellow Pages and some other magazines, and they just really, when you look at them, just suck. So we want to capture the customer. The essence or the framework of it could be tailored to it. A business card, however, let's get right to it, and we're going to go over. So I want to present something to you, something you probably never thought about. When you have a piece, a marketing piece made up, you'll from a company or whoever does it for you, they will send you a proof. And here's what happens: you get the proof, you look at it, and your eyes get open wide, and you get excited because you see your logo, you see your phone number, you see the things about your business, you get excited, and that's great for you. You see where all your emotions have come in, you see something with your name in it, and how it appeals to you because, wow, I've got this great piece now. I want you to think about how you're feeling, and what you need to do is you need to, in your marketing piece, make that transference over to your potential customer. They've got to look at it in a sense that it could be compelling to them. It could be exciting to them. It could fill a need for them now. And just the advertising people have figured out how to work on your emotions and your ego. You need to do the same thing with your potential customer in your marketing piece. So think about that. How are you going to appeal to your potential customer in the same way that the advertising company just appealed to you and made you feel good? So one that we're going to start out with is you have to have a good, compelling headline. I touched on it in bad marketing and the boring, and there was no captivating headline that drew any kind of interest as I was looking at it as a potential customer. And that's what you want to do. When you're looking at your piece, you want to think about it, well, is it appealing to my customer? Not just is it advertising about me. Is it solving a problem that I can solve for them? So that gets into the second part. There, again, needs to be a key component that you have to get into that creates some kind of interest. So let's say you're a carpet cleaner, an example. You might put in your marketing, sneezing and wheezing. We can remove the allergens trapped in your carpet. Free report talks about 10 things that are trapped in your carpet, or these are the 5 things that most carpet cleaners won't tell you about. So have a specific offer of what you're going to do. So in this case, it is, are you sneezing and wheezing? Because carpet cleaning, just like any other business, can be general. But if you make it specific and bring it down into a small niche, then you can advertise or market that piece, and they'll go, and you can sell other services along with that, because it has to be a specific offer. It should have a deadline on it, and we'll go more into the deadline, because that piece is just going to sit there, and you want them to think about, as they're looking at your piece, is this something that I've been thinking about? And well, if there's a deadline on it, maybe I'll do it now instead of putting it off till later. So you want to move them over, because everyone looks, well, not everyone, but I know the majority of people, there's an A pile and there's a B pile, and let's face it, they either transfer them or separate them to this is good, this is bad, this is junk, this I'm going to keep, and they just throw it in the garbage. So we don't want your piece to just get thrown in the garbage without them actually looking at it, thinking about it, contemplating it, and then going and calling you because of the way you've designed your marketing piece. And of course, I'm talking about postcards, particularly right now, or any that gets mailed to the house, but that could be your Facebook ad. It could be your Google pay-per-click. It could be anything. But we want that to be a compelling headline. It could be a free consumer awareness. How it reveals how to choose like the right painting contractor for your home. The potential customer is thinking about, okay, I'm thinking about getting my home painted, but how am I going to pick the right guy? So that's where the free report comes in. It's going to tell you about how you can pick the right guy. And whether you should pick the right guy or the wrong guy. So it's the education. And you do the education because it makes you look like the professional. So with the free report, here's what they're thinking. I'm going to spend a lot of money on painting my home, inside or outside, whatever the case may be. I want to be able to identify, am I going to deal with the professional that's going to do everything properly? So that's why the free report comes in. So there's lots of times that I get guys that contractors that are saying, hey, I'm doing all this marketing, I'm spending all this money. Let me ask you, is there a compelling headline? Are you specializing or appealing to a need to solve a problem? So we get so concerned about what we do well, we forget to think about what we're actually doing, breaking it down for the customer. So one of the important things is, where are you sending it? Well, I'm sending it to people who live in houses. Well, what kind of house? What kind of owner? So going back to having the right target, actually, who has the money to spend on your services? This is really where you need to be marketing. And I know that a lot of guys do this incorrectly. They put discount on their offers in their marketing, and I'm totally against that. But that's me, because of the way you're attracting a customer. And I'm going to do a future episode on when is the best time to give a discount. Matter of fact, I did it the other day in the car. I'll post it soon. So here's really what it boils down to. Take a look at where you're spending your marketing dollars, and is that money being invested wisely? Notice I said invested, not spent. Because really, when it boiled down to, you're just not throwing mud against the wall. And I know that's an approach that many of I used it in the beginning. Just throw out, 5,000 mailers, or, a couple thousand mailers here and a couple thousand mailers there, because it's an area that I thought I'd like to work in. Or I have a bad self-image, and so I go throw it in places where people don't have money, because I don't want to deal with people who do have money. But really, this marketing is all scientific. In order to send out the correct marketing piece, okay, you have to know your target. You have to know that before you know how to market, because that's number one, really, of the 7 key points that we go into is, who's your target? Who has the money to buy your services? And that's where you really want to be specific about. Number 2, you're going to have that compelling offer for your target market. It doesn't matter to me if you paint houses, or you do a roofing contract, or electrical contract, even if you kill bugs. It doesn't matter. You're going to have a compelling offer, something that will appeal to them, and captivate that audience that you're going to have to create their uniqueness that they might be looking for. And you've already done that research already. You know your target, and so you just have to have that compelling offer. What are you going to do? How are you going to put it together? Number 3 is headlines. Does the headline really tell a story? So let's do a little thing about headlines. You really want to know what captivates your attention is the headline. As you look through articles, if the headline is captivating, you'll read the article. And especially for all of us who go to the grocery store where they put the Inquirer and these other magazines on the checkout counter, you're looking. And a lot of times we pick them up to read the articles, but the things that grabs us is the headline. So it has to be a great headline to get people to want to continue to look at your marketing piece. So, captivating headline. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. I know that let's say I know of a franchise that I was looking at, not to buy, but I just was intrigued by their wording and what their deal was and what their call to action was, that we can paint a house in a day. That's pretty interesting. But he does have a disclaimer in there that if they don't paint the house in a day, that they'll give you a 10% discount. Okay, so a short story on a lead generation piece, and actually it's a website. You see, so it can be a website, it could be a written article, it could be a lot of things. But this case, it is a website. It's my website. So I'm going to tell you basically how it's set up. Is that it's call to action. Do you want to know about roof cleaning? Do you want to know about painting? Do you want to know about this and how to pick the right person? And so I've got all these free reports on there that you can actually call in there 24 hours and listen. No one's going to sell you anything, and so that's great buffer for people who want more information but don't really want to get involved with you trying to sell them. So here's what happened. Someone went to my website. I got notified, and so they listened to the report. Then they emailed me because they didn't want to talk to me. They emailed me and says, "Hey, I'd like a estimate on get my roof cleaned." So I emailed her back. I took pictures from Google. I emailed her back, and I did that. And then she emails me back. She says, "Oh, by the way, I noticed that you did also pavers and sealed pavers." So she said yes. I said yes to that, and so I gave her an estimate from Google again. Never even went out there. Never even met the lady. So we set up a time for me to go pick up the check. So that resulted in a $3,600 sale. Pretty awesome. Does it always work that way? Of course not. But it does work that way. It works that way a lot. That people will find out more about you because of what you have, your free reports and stuff. Because sometimes they just don't want to interact with you, but they do want to know more. And if you have this stuff available, now you become more the expert again in your area. And I know you're the expert. You know you're the expert. But we want them to know that you're the expert. So number 4 could be a newsworthy editorial. Very capturing. Have you ever been to an editorial? And that's a marketing piece that's written like a newspaper article. Maybe you've seen one in a newspaper or something like that where they've written an article and they featured a company. Well, that they paid for that. That's an editorial. Another way that I've seen too work very well is called a tear sheet, where basically you've put together a marketing piece on a newspaper sheet. It looks like it's been teared out, and it puts in the mail and put, "Hey Jay, I thought you'd be interested in this," little yellow post-it note on there. I haven't seen too many of those lately, but in the past it worked well. I don't see why it wouldn't work now. Everything does have a cyclical value where it comes out and it goes and it comes out and it goes. And I knew a painter who did a tremendous business on just using that type of marketing. Number 5 is conversational piece, or just be conversational in your language on your marketing piece, because everyone. Let's talk about legalese. No one likes really talking to a lawyer because they don't like getting stuff that they have to read from a lawyer because it's in legalese. Well, every business has its legalese. We have constructionese, we have windowese, we have, carpetese. So it's the jargon that you talk about in your marketing, like fascia and soffit and gutters, downspouts. When you put stuff together, it needs to be in English so that the consumer, your customer, is aware of what you're talking about. It makes it easier for. I know we get so used to our own language, but we have to really boil it down to what's best for the consumer, what's best for the customer. How are they going to understand it in such a way that you will appeal to them? Now, here's what I used to do. I would write an article, put some piece together, and I would give it to my wife, and she would say, "This makes no sense at all. What does this mean? What's this word?" And so we would tweak it, put it together, because I would bounce stuff off of her because, I don't know everything. But it does make it for an interesting conversation when you think you know what's going on in your business. You're going to do this or you're going to do that, and your wife goes, "Well, what does that mean? What does this mean?" So you just bring it down, and so I would ask her, "Well, what does that mean to you? What's that word in in your language?" And we'd go from there. So it would be kind of an exciting and interesting at the same time conversation. Next, this one is real simple, but most people forget about it, or they never even put it in their marketing because it's like asking for the sale. A lot of guys don't even ask for the sale. You want to put in your piece, you want to put maybe an expiration date, and you want them to call now. Call today. And you can even say on the piece, call today because tomorrow you'll forget. And they'll get a kick out of that. You could be doing a special offer. Notice I did not say discount. You could be doing a special offer. 2, 3 for the price of 1. And not necessarily, I'm just kidding there. But so I know guys that do special offers will do a free room cleaning for we'll do a whole inspection of your house. So, I know a lot of guys say, "I'm not doing anything for free." Well, here's what happens. The guy does the free audit, does the free room cleaning. They feel obligated to do more, and he walks out with an average ticket of $329 for something for free. So think about something, how you could institute that into your business, and it's better than a discount. It's really better than a discount, believe it or not. And it works well. So for special offers, I know of a painter who would advertise. We have tons of paint left over. Pick one of the colors that we have, and you get we'll give you a special discount, a special offer for using this paint. And I know of another roofer up, I think in the Georgia area. Well, he'll figure out, through his past sales, what the most used, most picked color shingle is, and he'll buy tractor trailer loads full, so he gets the discount from the manufacturer and he passes it on to the consumer. We're not all in that same boat, but if you got an idea, if you get something at a discount, from your supplier or something like that, you might pass it on. That's just a thought for better marketing or a better offer. Okay, so I said there were 7 things that could make your piece better, but I'm gonna throw in an extra one now, and it's number 8, and it's not that it's going to make your piece better, but it's going to make your business better. And I want you to track everything that you do, because when you track things, then you come to the realization that you are investing money. If you don't know where it's coming from, or then you get caught in this mindset that, I'm not getting kind of business, that I wanted. But if you track it, now there's easy ways to track it. You can, if you're on websites, you can do special URLs. You can do special phone numbers. You can get a free number from Google. You can go to Twilio. That's what I use, Twilio. You can pick numbers, telephone numbers. I think they cost like $1, $1.25, and then you pay for incoming calls, like 3/4 of a penny per minute. I mean, it's really cheap, and it's a great way of tracking your marketing. So what you do is you have a telephone number, XYZ goes for this piece, another one for this marketing piece, another one for this marketing piece. Now, the nice part about Twilio is it tracks all those calls, so you know which pieces are working for which piece, and I believe that it even records the call into the office and you can have those numbers forwarded to your cell phone or forwarded to your office. That's the nice thing about that. So I'm going to say that number 8 is tracking, because if you don't track what you're doing, then you feel like you're going to get caught in that mindset that I'm wasting money. I'm not getting the results that I want. When really, when you track, it seems like it's kind of weird, but it exponentially grows. And now you can figure out what piece really works, what piece doesn't work, and then which piece you might be able to tweak a little to get a little more results out of it. You never know, but I'm going to say that tracking is like the seventh wonder of the world, but it's 8 in this case. So that's it on good marketing. Remember, make sure you go to the website to download the pieces that we have for you to take a look at. There's some business cards, there's some postcards, there's all kinds of stuff in there to give you some great ideas, and really steal them. Steal them and use them for your own business. That's what it's for. Our next episode in this series is with Pete Mitchell on what business are you really in. So wait for that one to come out, and we'll see you guys again, and have a great week. Be profitable and move your business to the lifestyle that you want. Don't let your business dictate to you on how you should live. Again, I want to thank you for joining us and investing your time with us today. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, go to iTunes and give us a shout out. You can also go to our website, www.contractorsecretweapon.com, and check out today's episode and leave us a comment in the bottom of the page. And if you haven't gotten your 15 secret weapon strategies to getting higher end customers, get it while you're at the website. Also, I want to thank again our sponsors for keeping this podcast alive for your profit-making pleasure. And so go be profitable this week. Work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your time and your knowledge so that you can be more profitable. Again, see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another weekly episode of the Contractor's Secret Weapon podcast with Dave Negri. We would love to hear your comments about this episode, so visit us online at www.contractorsecretweapon.com and let us hear your thoughts. If you were listening via iTunes, please leave us a positive review. The more positive reviews we receive, the more other contractors will benefit from this show. Thank you, and see you next time here on the Contractor's Secret Weapon podcast.